Something that I tell my kids when I'm explaining the civil rights movement and when I'm telling them about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all of our local American heroes, I say, if something's not right, you have to fight. And so that is why you saw people in the streets protesting, marching, sitting in on segregated cafes. Something was not right, so they had to fight. And that's why they had to elect new people, write new laws, get organized. And that's what we did here at the MTA through this group. The Black and African American Affinity Group is our way of protesting, in a sense, because we are getting ourselves together, staying organized. We had an outcry of different issues throughout the agency. You guys have seen the public hearings on racism in City Hall. Most importantly, the mayor created a racial equity framework and the administration code that really helped us to feel like we have a foundation to have this group. We were alarmed when we saw the Department of Human Resources showing that MTA is the leading department where we have the highest percentage of Blacks that are subject to SFMTA discipline. For example, we had 261 disciplines, 50% of them were against Black employees. 31% of probationary releases were against Black employees. So we got together and we said, our mission is all about recruitment and retention for Black and African American in the agency. We are working to ensure that we create an environment that is equitable, inclusive for all the disenfranchised Black and African American employees in the workplace. We actively support the personal and professional development of our members, and we are working with executive staff like Jeff Tumlin. We worked with Tom McGuire to make sure our voices were heard. It's one thing to talk about the problem, but it's a whole nother thing to talk about solutions and recommendations and giving suggestions for a better workplace. Because we all want the same thing, a healthy work environment. And again, when you look at the history books, you want to see where did you stand? Or were you on the side of complacency? Or were you on the side of making change? Like they did in the 1960s, like they're doing now. So that's kind of the history of the Black and African American Affinity Group. I see the mayor's here, so I am going to cut my speech. Thank you so much.